Hi friends, today we are going to talk about Tudca, bile salts, and how to improve quality of the bile with this supplement for people who have bile reflux. Also, how to deal with gallbladder stones and how to treat them. So let's go. I had this wonderful conversation with my client, Sondai, and he discovered Tudca and he started to take it and he realized that it's working. But then he took magnesium and he realized that it did not do the job completely. So the question was, why is that Tudca did not cure his bile reflux? And the answer is here that you need to take other supplements and do other things to achieve the effect. In addition to Tudca, you need to take lecithin, you need to stop eating simple carbohydrates, you need to walk, you need to take probiotic with prebiotic preferably. Also, you need to eat complex carbohydrates because they are the ones that will create a right environment in the small intestine where the beneficial bacteria that will convert bile acids to bile salts, they will help doing that. So probiotic with prebiotic, eat complex carbohydrates, and finally take electrolytes. Now, I want to back up every single supplement that I just said with understanding, because this is my goal for my channel. You need to understand what you are doing and why you are doing that. Otherwise, just don't do that. There is tons of information on YouTube, and I saw the video. I said, oh, it's you get dehydrated, you need to drink more water to prevent to deal with bile sludge and to treat gallbladder stones. The answer is just no. Just no. Gallbladder stones and 95% they're cholesterol stones. No matter how much water you drink or electrolytes you drink, they're just not going to solve the problem. Okay, the rest of the video is explanation for the people who want to know what to do exactly and why. Let's go back to this PowerPoint presentation. And I will explain to you. So this was my contact information. Now, you are looking at the slide where all ingredients of the normal bile are named. So you can see there are electrolytes here, including phosphorus, bile acids, some fatty acids, bilirubin, phospholipid, cholesterol, and protein. Here is in this column, you see it's a hepatic bile, meaning that the bile just came out of the liver, right? And this the concentration of the sodium supposed to be here, potassium and calcium. Here on the top, you see it says gallbladder bile. What happened as the bile get collected in the gallbladder, some of the water get absorbed, right? And when people look briefly at that, they'll say, hey, listen, concentration of sodium becomes higher, potassium is high concentration, and calcium is high. Means that the water get absorbed, obviously concentration of this minerals goes up. Look at that. The next one is chloride. It goes down, right? Bicarbon concentration goes down. So if you look and analyze this chart, you see something goes up, something goes down, something like bile acids did not change. Okay, bilirubin did not change. So just drinking water and taking electrolytes is not the solution. So there is more into that. What is more? The answer is on this slide. Here you see this diagram that shows that the bile in the gallbladder have to be liquid, cannot form clumps, right? And in order to form cholesterol stone or clump, okay, what happens? You need to have three ingredients that go wrong. You need to have high cholesterol, you need to have low concentration of lecithin, and you need to have low concentration of bile salt. So look again on this. You have to be, the bile have to be the micellus liquid state, in the liquid state, right here, okay? When it's not here, then cholesterol get precipitated. So you need to balance three ingredients: cholesterol, lecithin, and bile salts. When people take Tudca, all they do, they increase the concentration of bile salts. That's it. So they try to move it here. But that's the bile salts are not the only one substance here, you can see. Lecithin and cholesterol. So what do? You take bile salts in form of Tudca. You take lecithin to try to increase concentration of lecithin in this direction. So keep it liquid. And you need to decrease level of cholesterol in the bile. So Tudca or other bile salts, lecithin, and decrease cholesterol. How do you decrease cholesterol? Simple explanation right here. So you are looking at the hepatocyte cell in the liver. Okay, in the liver here. When people eat high sugar diet, sugar get inside the cells, get converted into through the chemical pathways and enter to mitochondria. As sugar broken down here in mitochondria through the Krebs cycle, it gets released energy. Okay, that's how sugar used. And the more energy we need, the more sugar we use. So if person eats high sugar diet and do not use that and it doesn't waste the energy, that what happened to this extra sugar. So that sugar goes here and it leaves the mitochondria and not used, goes and get converted into fatty acids and get incorporated into very low density lipoproteins. And that very low density lipoproteins, they need cholesterol. And that's why cholesterol is get produced by the liver to accommodate that extra sugar, because it needs to be packed. It needs to be packed here and it will go into adipose tissues. So that's why people who have high sugar diet, they have obesity, adipose tissue concentration is high, and they have elevated cholesterol. Okay, so what you need to do a couple of things. Decrease consumption of simple carbohydrates, or use much more exercise, or both, to use that sugar that you just ate. And make sure, I already had a conversation with my client. She said, oh, my cholesterol is high. And I asked why. During the conversation that came up, she said, oh, I eat at 9 p.m. and then I go to bed immediately. Right. You cannot go horizontal right after meal. You need to use the sugar that you put into your mouth. Otherwise, it gets converted through these pathways and you get to stage of elevated cholesterol. Okay. Oh, this is the side note. I read research and I post in the description below that interestingly, Tudca in high concentration for a short period of time for 1 month is used now for several diseases such as Alzheimer's, to treat Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, Huntington's, ocular disorder, stroke, obesity, and cardiovascular disease. So in this amount, but the study's been done only for 1 month, not long enough. Okay, so back to presentation. In order to improve quality of the bile, to deal with bile reflux, okay, and to fight gallbladder stones and sludge, you need to do 3 things. Number 1, bile salts. So bile salts here they are. You want to be in this liquid corner. You want it to be floating. So you take Tudca and you take probiotic with prebiotic and eat complex carbohydrates, because bile salts are formed out of the bile acids in the small intestine. And if person has dysbiosis, the process is broken. So you want bile salts to be right here, okay, at high concentration. Step number 2, take lecithin. This part you address. Step number 3, lower the cholesterol. How you do that? Stop eating simple carbohydrates, walk, no food after 6 p.m. And then, yes, you can add electrolytes and, all ingredients for the bile. Okay, guys? So I hope this concept is extremely clear to you. If you don't understand something, please ask me in the description below. Say, hey, listen, this is not 100% clear. What I will do, I will redo the video for you and will make sure that you can understand everything. Okay, like, subscribe, bye-bye for now.